Once, in a small town, lived an astrologer named George. He stayed with his wife, Emmy, their daughter, Lily, and son, Ben. One evening, George sat in the lounge, holding a paper in his hand. He smiled.
"Look,"
George said proudly.
"I bought a lottery ticket. I'm sure I will win a lot of money."
Ben jumped up.
Wow, Dad. Can we buy a big toy car?
Lily clapped.
And a dollhouse for me.
Emmy sighed and shook her head.
George, don't fill their heads with dreams. It's just luck.
George leaned back and explained.
"No, Emmy. I studied the stars. This is a lucky time. I picked the lucky number."
Emmy whispered.
He will never understand.
The days passed slowly. George and the children kept talking about the draw. One evening, the family sat together in the lounge, with tea and snacks. Emmy placed cups on the table, while Ben reached for a biscuit.
Dad, how many days left?
Ben asked eagerly.
"Only 2 more."
George replied, sipping his tea with a smile. Lily picked up a piece of cake and said,
I already planned what to buy.
Emmy shook her head as she stirred her cup.
Dreams are fine, but money doesn't come so easily.
But George and the children ignored her and went on chatting happily. Finally, the day of the announcement arrived. George hurried to buy the newspaper. He sat in the kitchen, unfolding the paper with shaking hands. His eyes searched the numbers. His face fell.
"I didn't win."
Ben looked down.
Oh no. No toy car.
Lily said sadly.
Not even a small doll.
Emmy crossed her arms.
George, I warned you before. You wasted money on a ticket.
George sighed.
"Maybe I made a mistake in my calculations. Next time, I can win."
One night, after dinner, the family went for a walk in the park. The children walked behind, talking and giggling. George kept staring at the night sky. Emmy glanced at him.
Why are you staring at the sky?
"The stars."
George replied.
"I am checking their positions."
Just then Emmy saw a stone ahead. She tried to warn him.
George, stop.
But before she finished, George stumbled and fell.
"Oh God! What is this?"
He cried. Emmy burst out laughing. Ben and Lily ran forward.
Dad,
Are you okay?
They helped him stand. George looked at Emmy angrily.
"Why are you laughing?"
Emmy controlled herself and said,
You always talk about stars, but you don't even see what's on the ground.
George scratched his head and sighed.
I think you're right.
Emmy raised her eyebrows.
I'm sure I am.
George smiled weakly.
All right. I accept I was wrong. Let's go home.
Moral: see dreams, but stay on the ground.